Right. Good day, everyone. Welcome to the show. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Today, I have an amazing guest. As always, Tonya Joyner-Scott has agreed to join us today and for the show, but then also it's Women's History Month. And like I said, each week I want to highlight a dynamic woman who is really out here doing things to make her mark in history, creating a legacy and helping other women along the way. And I couldn't have anyone greater than Tonya Joyner-Scott. Like, she's an amazing woman. And so we're going to get started. Hello to our YouTubers, but we're going to get started with the recording of the show. So good afternoon, Tonya.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I'm excited to be here.
Do you have a YouTube channel so the YouTubers can follow you?
Yeah, actually we do, and you'll find the Upgraders. It's for me and my husband. We're a dynamic duo that's out here right now, known as the Upgraders, and we do have a YouTube channel. We would love for you guys to connect with us.
Yes, so please connect with them. The Upgraders are an amazing couple who I adore from afar. So we're going to get started with the show. Good morning and welcome to the Coffee and Collaborations radio show. I'm your host, Kimberly Winborn, and I have an exciting guest this morning. Her name is Tonya Joyner-Scott. Many know her as a portion of the duo, the Upgraders, her husband, and his name is Dexter Scott, but they go out and do some amazing things, not just in the community locally, but globally. And they're leaders in several companies, including their own. And I'm so excited to have her for Women's History Month. So good morning, Tonya.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you this morning?
I'm excellent. How are you?
Excellent. Excellent. No complaints at all.
Well, that's awesome. We don't want to hear the complaints, right? Because we're all about doing what? Shining.
Yes, we're shining.
Yes, and we're going to talk to you guys more about that in just a moment, and she's going to tell you all about that. Well, you guys know who listen to me each week that my theme scripture outside of what's on my mug today, Jeremiah 29:11, other than that one, Matthew 5:14-16, it declares for us to be a light for the kingdom of God. Let our light shine so that God can be glorified. And so she's going to tell you all about that movement and so many other things that she has going on. So we want to dive right in as usual. So let me take a quick commercial break, and then we'll be right back to find out all about Tonya Joyner-Scott in just a moment. Grab your coffee and make sure it's hot. We'll be right back with Coffee and Collaboration. All right, welcome back to the Coffee and Collaborations radio show. We have Tonya Joyner-Scott of the Upgraders, Miss Shine herself, and she's going to tell us all about who she is, well enough to where we're going to find out more on our own. So welcome again, Tonya. And so who is Tonya Joyner-Scott?
Wow. Well, good morning, everyone. It certainly is a pleasure to be here with you on today. Who is Tonya Joyner-Scott? What question? That's a question for all of us. Who are you? You know, what is it that you're to do? Well, who is Tonya Joyner-Scott? One, I'm a wife. I'm a mommy. My husband and I are entrepreneurs, a man and woman of God. We're professional speakers, and we're also mindset coaches. So we have a lot of things that's going on out there, but it really feels good to be stepping into the things that, you know, we've been called to do, but that just kind of gives a little bit of a description as to who I am.
Yeah, and you know what? You are so humble because, and you know, that's what we're called to be. We're not called to be boastful, etc. But you are extremely humble, and it's just, you know, truly a blessing to be in the presence of you, even through Zoom, and to experience such humility, because, you know, there are people who are at your level who don't have that same humility. And for us to really do the work that we have to do, it is extremely important. But guys, let me tell you, Tonya is absolutely amazing. Like, I've been following her through Dexter, because Dexter and I went to college together, and so I knew him first. And so I kind of been following your journey through him. And then I think we recently got connected through Facebook. And I've been able to kind of see more of like your lives and different things like that, separate from him, even though he's always in the background and or beside you or whatever.
He's
and
close.
I'll tell you say what?
He's very close, right?
Yes, he's always there. But you know, it's just been great to see you mentoring women, see you speaking, see you leveling up. I think just recently you guys received an award, like a ring or something in your company, and just all these great things that you're doing, and still have a heart for God and serving and being humble. So I just want to say that, get my blow up on first of you.
Thank you.
Tell you that.
I appreciate it. You're
welcome. And I was reading your bio, and in your bio, you said that you help women to act, and that was an acronym, ACT. And I want to know what that means, because I want to act.
You want to act?
I want to make sure.
Yes. Well, we do. One of the things that my husband and I do is we go around and there's trainings that we've done. I remember even being in Jamaica, and we talked to those who were there about this, and there was such a fire that was lit there. And from that point, we've had a lot of people that will continue to follow us to do exactly what I'm about to describe to you right now, which is to act. So in life, there are many things that we desire, what we want to do, and oftentimes we don't know how to get started. You know, we don't know what steps are needed in order for us to really step into the realm of where it is that we want to be and where we want to go.
Yeah.
Husband and I, in our coaching and the different things that we do, we realize that that very acronym ACT is foundational, but not only foundational, it's something that will continue to reoccur over and over again. And as long as it's followed, it'll continue to unlock doors and give direction as to where you should go. So what's the thing that you do? There's an assessment that needs to take place. In this assessment, you're assessing where you are right now. A lot people want to get started, but we really don't stop and think, well, where am I? You even end up asking, who is Tonya? So ask yourself that, who are you? Where are you? And what it is that you want to do. That's an assessment. And because we deal in the mind, we also like for people to identify whether or not they have a growth mindset or a fixed mindset. And I would ask one whose mindset is very fixed. And in a fixed mindset, you oftentimes think and feel like, you know, those people who are successful is because they were made that way. You know, they're just smart. They just have a skill set. They have a talent. So that's why they're as successful as they are. That's not my story. So it's not me, and it's absolutely not true. A fixed mindset makes you think that there's a topping to who you are, when it's not. We're all built to be unlimited. We're all built to reach heights that we desire to do. So one of the things that we really want people to assess is, what type of mind do you have? Because everyone should be in a growth mindset. And that mindset helps you to know, and it puts you in a place where you say, there's more. And I can learn more. And it's okay to make a mistake, because if I do, I'll learn from it.
Right.
If opposition that shows up before me, I can figure out what to do. And that's growth. And when you have that, there's absolutely nothing that you cannot accomplish. There's absolutely nothing that you cannot do. So that's the first assessment we like to see people to make. Well, what's the C? Downtime to create. So there's a creation that takes place. And one of the things that I love, even in scripture, it talks about, you know, the light of God. He's our lamp, you know, to our pathway, the light upon our feet, the lamp upon our pathway. And in order for you to know what step to take next, you just pretty much shine that light there, and it gives you direction. You begin to think, you begin to create, you begin to identify what it is that you need to do to actually have what it is that you want in life, whatever it is that you're going for. And all of that's established, it's now time to take action. So oftentimes people create and they begin to visualize. We teach that, we talk about that. You have to see it before you see it. And it starts here. And when you actually have, and when I say here, because I know I'm on the radio, it's in the mind. It begins here in the mind. So when you begin to see a thing, there is absolutely nothing in existence that didn't first hit somebody's mind, that someone didn't see. Our being here together on this morning, coffee and collaborations, there was a vision. It was seen what will happen. But guess what? There's more. There's more that comes out of it. So that's the creation part. But then you have to take action on what it is that you see. And it's inevitable. You're going to succeed.
Yeah. All right. So assess, create, and what's the T?
Take action.
Take action. All right. I love that. Assess, create, and take action. So anybody listening, you had to grab something from that. You may be sitting on something right now that you've been sitting on for quite some time. And now you realize first you have to get your mindset together. Assess, create, take action. I love that. Make sure to follow her so that you can get a deeper breakdown and maybe even go through the coaching and training that she and her husband do in order to really act in your business and in your life. Because, you know, this show is for entrepreneurs, although we ask for all listeners to join us, but it's specifically for entrepreneurs for us to grow to another level. This is why I ask leaders such as Tonya and others to come on to bless us with their intentional educational experiences for us that we can take and translate into our lives so that we can transform. And so what I want to do really quickly so that we don't have any other interferences, we got to make sure we take a commercial break, and then we can come back and we can talk with her a little bit more. You've heard her mention her husband, Dexter, so we're going to find out a little bit about that collaboration and just what she feels about collaboration overall. So we'll be right back with coffee and collaborations. Make sure you have your coffee and you have time to make sure it's hot. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to the show. Make sure you go follow us at coffeeandcollaborations.com. We're on Facebook as well as Instagram, so you can stay in touch with everything we have going on. Like I said before, we have Tonya Joyner-Scott. And so tell us a little bit more about collaboration and what that means for you in your business. And if you want to talk a little bit about your business or your businesses, you can do that in this moment as well. But how has collaboration been integral in your success?
Well, I love that question. That is absolutely awesome. Collaboration is something that we all need. And one of the things that I realized a while ago is no one can do anything alone. A lot of times people, well, I don't even want to say a lot of times, but there are some people who oftentimes feel, you know, that all they need is themselves. They'll isolate themselves and just feel like there's no need, but that's not true. We all have need of each other. Yeah. You can't even get dressed alone is what dropped in my spirit several months ago. And some people say, what do you mean I can't get dressed alone? I dress my every day. But that's not even what I'm speaking of. Let's go a little bit deeper. Who picked the cotton for the clothes? Mm-hmm. Planted the seed. Somebody you needed to do what they did for you to receive what you have so that you could get dressed. It wasn't done alone. Wow. So collaboration is necessary for all of us to exist. And only a God who's so loving would do that. I mean, think about that. When he created us and he gave us our gifts, our talents, these things were done so that we can come together and work together. I may have the grocery store, you may have the clothing store, you may have the school, but we continue to circle throughout the entire process, feeding and sowing into one another so that you can do what? Continue to exist. And that's what collaboration is all about. Yeah. One of our mentors, we actually worked out closely with them. And I can remember hearing this, and it's always stayed with me, which is simply this. Now, y'all catch it. 1 + 1 = 2. But 1 and 1 is 11. So when there's a collaboration that comes forth, what happens? That's exponential. That's big. It's not 2, but it's 11. And that right there is something that we all need to catch. So collaboration is basically key. Collaboration is necessary. And even now, working on a project called Shine. You know the Shine project.
Yay!
Yes, and I'm so excited about it. And for this thing to come and just drop in my spirit, it's a collaboration that's needed. I really want my sisters here. We'll invite everybody, even the brothers. But I want my sisters to be join forces with me and collaborate with me on this, because we have lives to change, but we really have lives to impact. And we have a story. So what I'm going to be looking for, what I am looking for right now, are other women, so that you can come and share your story. The Word of God teaches us that, you know, how do you overcome? We overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimonies. So testimony that we all have that will literally help another person, another sister, another brother to hear it and know, wow, you endured that. Wow, you went through that. You can relate to me. What did you do? How was that for you? I feel this way. So we want to begin to share. The enemy have us to operate in secret. He likes to deal with us from a place of silence. So what he wants to do is to put his hands over your mouth and keep you from talking. We're not going to do that. We're going to talk. I say this often, and I mean it, and it's in the depth of my spirit. Exposure brings closure. When you expose a thing, that's when you're able to bring closure to it. Think about situations that you've been in. Think about things that you've gone through. But when you kept it to yourself, all it did was wreak havoc within your being. It wreaked havoc in your state of being. But the minute you open up and you express a thing, the minute that you share with someone what it is that you're dealing with and going through, that exposure begins to unravel some things. And even for me, just to mention ACT, see, that's when the creative mind can come into place. That's when problem solving comes into place. So that's what we're going to do. I want women to join forces with me now, because I want us to shine. We've got to take our place on the platform. We've got to take our place out here in the open and actually let our light shine. It's an instruction. It's a responsibility that we have. Our light should be shining before men. And when that happens, lives will always be changed. Collaboration is needed. I'm excited about it.
Oh my goodness, me too. Yeah, so the perfect opportunity for women to collaborate with you is just around the corner. I mean, it's here actually.
It's here.
Yeah. And so, you know, that's so true. And a lot of us do hide behind our story. Like, you know, just keep it under a rug or in a closet somewhere. And you're absolutely right. Our testimonies really do help others. And so I'm excited to see what comes of that experience for so many people.
Yes, it's exciting. We're looking forward to it. So that's one of the things that's happening right now. And that's what I'm saying. It's so timely. You have to see, you know, just how God is in operation. Even for me to be here, spending this time with you, with all of you right now, it's like, hey, coffee and collaboration. So for something to drop in my spirit to say, it's time for you to bring the women together. It's time for you guys to come together. I need for you to talk. I need for you to share. People need to hear your stories. And now to be here with you, it is absolutely amazing. It's all a part of it. So we have a responsibility right now. Lives are being changed, and to come out of that place of silence. And for some of us, we aren't silent, but we need other platforms. We need other ways. And that's where collaboration comes in, so that you can be heard in other places. And so do is we want to have it syndicated. You know, we want to have it where it's all over. Yes, social media, but we're going to be looking at many things, from having workshops. We're going to be having conferences. There'll be digital conferences as well. So there'll be many different things that's out there, so that we can do what? Bring some exposure, bring in some closure.
Sounds good. And so how do we get information out to the people in order to get information on that?
Oh, wonderful. Well, this is what you can do now. If you're interested in that, I want you to text the word SHINE, SHINE, and I want you to text it to 919-335-3333. 3575. And in the next week or so, you're actually gonna, for those who are raising their hand and saying, I want to be a part of this, I want to be a part of this movement, you're gonna be hearing from me. I'm gonna actually be doing a private personal call with those women who reached out and said, I do want to be a part of this. I'll give you more information. We'll talk more about the movement and what's going on, and we'll take it from there. But if you're interested, please text the word SHINE to 919-335-3575.
Awesome.
Or 7535 335-7535.
Awesome. 919-335-7535.
Yes.
Text the word SHINE. We got it. Okay. I had to make sure that I wrote that down for myself. And we'll share it as well. We'll share it again. We'll definitely do that. And so as we were talking about collaboration, you've already expressed some of the things that you all have coming up. One of your biggest collaborations outside of God is your collaboration with your husband. I would love for you to speak about the networking side of collaboration, like how you can build collaborations through intentional networking for a bit, but then also that process being a couple that works together in collaboration, building business and affecting lives.
Wow. Oh, such a powerful question. And that's something that Dexter and I are getting a lot of. And it's something when you talked about it earlier, I'm like, oh, he's close. He's close. My mom will call now and she's on the phone with me. And then she'll say, hey, Dexter. He's there. He's on a live FaceTime with his mom. And she say, hey, where's Tonya? He's like, she's right here.
I love it.
Feels good. It feels really, really good. So that is one of the things that we're even sought after for a lot of times now. One of the things that we realize is, you know, and I'll say to all of you, people are always watching, you know, and there's this, we weren't necessarily just talking about being a husband and wife, but we were being about being a husband and wife. Again, collaboration. Even for me to be here on this morning, he's like, hey, what do I need to do to help set me up, get me prepared, and all of that. That's what we do together. And it's what's visual, it's what's seen, and it's what we'll continue to do. In our networking, it happens in the same way. There are people that we actually get an opportunity to meet. In our doing so, there are things that we desire to do together. We talk about it. We make it happen. We identify people's skill sets. We see what it is that you're able to do. Being here with you on this morning, Miss Kimberly, it's the same thing. Here, I remember when I was tagged in a post that you put out, and immediately I'm reading it and I'm like, wow, what did I do? There was networking that took place. I began to tag other women as well. That's what we need to learn how to do together. And a big part of all of this is oh gosh, this is just dropped in my spirit. If you want to think about networking is really effective when you care about the other person. Why? I want to see you elevate. It feels good to see you elevate. It's nice to see that you're doing something. So to make connections so that other people can learn, other people can hear what you've heard, other people can learn what you've learned, and it could do something for them. There's an elevation that takes place, not only for them, but it also takes place for you. A lot of times, many people who don't understand this, they want to operate in a silence. And in this, they feel like I got to keep this to myself, because if I share it with anyone, or if I go out here and try to do it with other people, then they may get credit and they may do. And what happens is you find out where you're not going anywhere. But the minute there's the collaboration or the networking that takes place, whatever you release, whatever it is that you put out there in the atmosphere, whatever you put out there, that energy goes forth, then that's what comes back to you.
Yeah.
So, you like to see the elevation, if you want to see yourself going on higher heights, if you desire to see change actually happening in your life, in your relationships, in your finances, things like this, you release a thing and it has no other choice but to come back to you. Yeah. And what happens? My good morning, my hey, how are you? My embrace, my taking the time, and I feel good about it. That being released, it comes back to say, she needs more of that. Let's give it to her. And that's basically the lives that we need to learn how to live.
Yes, so true. And I love how you expressed it, like exactly how you said it. And it's so true that I always say collaboration is a spirit. That's the way I like to think of it. It's the atmosphere. It's what's in the atmosphere. That's what I mean by spirit for those who may question what I mean by that. And so what you just said is right on target. What I put out there is what I'm going to get back. So you may win or seemingly win in the beginning from shredding people up and tearing them down. But it's how much more could you win if you have the other mindset to lift people up and grow with them? You know, and that's what we want this show. That's what this show is about, putting that out there. So I thank you for explaining that exactly the way that you did. It's perfect.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes. And so we are wrapping up, and this has been amazing. So I just want to give you an opportunity to close out and to say any last words to the listening audience.
Oh, wonderful. Well, any last words? You know, what can I say? I'm excited about what's happening now, what's going on right now, even in this season. There's been so much. Even this morning, my husband sent my daughter and I a little video clip where someone was just speaking and talking about, regardless of the things that you've gone through, we're now in a season where the turnaround is actually happening. And I just want to release that to you here on today, on this morning. I want you to know for yourself, everything comes by way of a decision. So all you have to do is to make a choice as to the life that you desire to live. And the thing that a lot of times many of us don't realize is the power that we have, to make a decision. And when you do, it brings about change immediately. If you really want what it is that you're desiring in that moment, it's up to you to say, hey, this is where I'm going now. Guess what? It's a new day. It's a new time, and it's happening right then. So I want you guys to know that there's absolutely nothing that you can't have or accomplish if you simply set your mind to it. I'll give you an offer as well, if I can do that.
Sure.
Husband and I actually, we're a part of also another company, SRT Global. We're coaches there. And one of the things that we do is we actually do clearings. We go through things. We live our lives, and there's things that happen and they grow up with you, and especially when you don't know what to do with them. With that being said, there are things that get lodged into our subconscious mind. And that thing that's in the subconscious mind is powerful, so much so that it will rise up. You desire this, but this comes up and it pulls you back. We can hear that. So we're doing free 30-minute sessions. If you're interested in it, you can go and sign up for your own free session, and we can get with you, have a conversation. We'll be able to identify if there's a program present that's there live that you want to be cleared from. We'll be able to help you with that. So if you're interested and you'd like to connect to get that, I want you to do this. I want you to go to I want you to go to SRT. Give me that address. SRTglobalcoaches.com. SRTglobalcoaches.com. I want you to go there, and you're going to see all of the coaches there. So you can look at any of them. And if you connect with anyone, they're going to have a little bio there as well. If you connect with anyone, feel free to sign up with them. You'll see Dexter and myself. If you're interested in connecting directly with us, just put it on in. We'll get word of it. We'll make contact, or you can sign up for a 30-minute session. We'll be in touch and we'll get it done.
And what is your website or group that you would like for people to connect with you through social media?
Upgradersnation.com. Join us at upgradersnation.com. And we have a little group, private group that we have there. If you'd like to be a part of it, just come on, just hang out with us, spend some time with us, share. We motivate each other. We encourage each other. We give information. We would love for you to be a part of that. Upgradersnation.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you again for your time this morning. Thank you for joining the show. So many nuggets came from this, 25 minutes to 30 minutes together. And I truly appreciate it. I hope the listening audience will be able to also receive what was given and then reciprocate it, send it back out to someone else. And that's what it's all about. So you have a great day. To everyone who joined the show this morning. Make sure if you like to catch the replay, you can go to www.coffeeandcollaborations.com tomorrow, where you will find the replay and then all the other episodes. And then at 12 o'clock today, this video version will be available on YouTube. So 12 o'clock today, Monday, March the 18th, it will be available at 12 o'clock p.m. So check us out. You can go to bit.ly/coffee and collab YouTube and find that. So thanks again. You all have a great rest of the day, and make sure to take this positivity and this great energy with you.